She said she was going to take your family for millions and then be with this child after he graduated high school.
That was Christina Formella, a former teacher at South Downers Grove High School, walking into court with her husband by her side. But today, Formella tried to duck the cameras at court. I'll explain how and why her husband's family says they're standing by her. Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Angenette Levy. Christina Formella was back in court in DuPage County, Illinois for a hearing, and she was there with her lawyer, her husband, her family, and her husband's family. They are all standing by her 110%, and they're speaking out in a new statement. I'll have some of that for you very shortly. Christina Formella faces more than 50 sex crimes charges for a variety of sexual encounters involving a teenage boy that she once coached. Prosecutors said that the victim, who's now 17 years old, was having sex with Formella in her classroom and at her home when he was as young as 15. Now, I first told you about Christina Formella last spring, right after her arrest. The boy's mother had bought a new iPhone for him and found text messages between him and an unknown number that had downloaded from the iCloud account that alarmed her. In those text messages, the woman's son wrote in one, "I love you so much, mama." The unknown number texted back, "I love you so much, baby. Even though this morning was short, it was perfect." The teen messaged back, "I know, baby, it was perfect, so perfect." The unknown number then texted, "I love having sex with you." The teen responded, "I know, baby, I love it so much. It feels so good. It's so passionate. It's so intimate. It's so perfect." Police said that unknown number actually belonged to Christina Formella, so they brought her in for questioning.
I don't understand what's going on here.
I get it, yeah. You can go grab your things.
Can he come with me?
Yes. You stay there for right now, sir. Just stay there, but yes, you can. But come on back here.
Should I shut the car off?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Goes off. Okay. Let's right back over here. So, we do have an investigation going on. We have to talk to you about it at the police department, okay? So we're going to explain everything to you there. It's not my investigation. I don't know the full details. We do have to bring you there, though, okay? So I do have to put you in handcuffs and bring you to the police department. Just a down trip.
Handcuffs?
Yes, unfortunately, yes.
I'm like willing to go with you.
I get it, yeah. Unfortunately, we have to do it that way. So do me a favor. We just take this off.
Can I ask you
Of course, yeah. It's not, like I said, it's not my investigation. Obviously, we're here for a reason. So go ahead and turn around for me. So right now you're just being detained, and there is a detective that needs to talk to you at the police department. So we'll let your husband know. He can just come to the police department as well if he wants to wait for you there.
I'm like...
I get it. You have a lot of questions.
So scared.
Yeah, everything's okay. We just need to talk to you at the police department. That's all. Nothing else on your pocket right now? Anything else?
Just my phone.
Just your phone?
Here.
Okay. Okay. All right, we're heading to sit in the back of this car. On the other side. Once you get to the police department, you'll talk to the detective and he'll explain everything to you.
After a ride to the police department and questioning by detectives, police said Christina Formella made some inconsistent statements and blamed the student, at one point calling him a stalker. They also found notes on her phone that they said showed she was obsessed with the teenage boy. They then took her to jail.
I'm just going to put your seatbelt on, right? Unless are you able to reach it down there? Alright. Sure you don't want a tissue or something?
I have a feeling I'm gonna throw up.
You want a bag?
Yes, please.
Alright. Shauna, can you grab like a bag out of there? Hey, can you get like a bag just in case she gets nauseous? Yeah.
Long story short, Christina Formella was charged with some sex crimes, but prosecutors and police continued to investigate, and a grand jury returned an indictment charging her with an additional 52 counts in June. She has pleaded not guilty to all of the charges, and the public has become absolutely fascinated with her case. How could this woman, who seemingly had it all, she's attractive, she's young, and she has a nice-looking husband, possibly throw it all away like this if she is indeed guilty? TikToker Abby Blabby stakes out all of Formella's court appearances.
How do you feel? How do you feel knowing she was sneaking this child into your home and hiding any evidence? And hiding any evidence of you being there so she could RAPE him?
I cover a lot of really scary crime stories here on Crime Fix, and if it's taught me anything, it's that privacy and personal safety absolutely cannot be compromised, especially when it comes to your personal data online. You would be shocked at how much of your information, like your name, phone number, and even home address, is just floating around the internet for data brokers to find and sell. Do you ever wonder why you get so many of those annoying spam calls and emails? Well, that's why our sponsor, Incogni, is a crucial tool that helps you take back control by automatically identifying which data brokers have your info and then demanding they remove it. Incogni actually found 50 brokers with my information, and within days, they started getting me removed. It's so easy to use. Just create an account, authorize Incogni to act on your behalf, and let them handle the rest. And now Incogni users can wipe their info from an even wider range of websites with the unlimited plan's new custom removals feature. All you need to do is copy and paste the link to sites where you've noticed concerning data breaches cropping up and creating issues in your life, and a team of privacy specialists will take care of the rest of it. The new Incogni Unlimited feature even allows users to customize their data removals and tackle the toughest of breaches with the help of a team of privacy specialists. So if you care about your online safety, and you should, take your personal data back with Incogni. Use the code CRIMEFIX below on the screen and get 60% off an annual plan. Formella's family and her husband and his family are standing by her, and they believe the public fascination with her case is rooted in misogyny. They say in a new statement, the public shaming of women accused of sexual misconduct reflects deeply embedded patterns of misogyny that have persisted across generations. Christina has become the latest target of this troubling phenomenon, subjected to relentless personal attacks and sexist scrutiny that ignore the legal process entirely. Major platforms have chosen character assassination over due process, deploying the same misogynistic playbook used against countless women before her. The double standard is stark and undeniable. When men face accusations, we discuss evidence and procedure. When women face accusations, we attack their character, their choices, and their worth as human beings. This isn't justice. It's gender-based persecution disguised as accountability. This isn't just a double standard. It's a spectacle, a public ritual that punishes women not for what they've done, but for how they are perceived. Instead of discussing facts or law, public discourse fixates on Christina's appearance, her private life, even her lipstick, as if those details bear on guilt or innocence. That's not legal analysis. It's voyeurism, moral judgment, and cruelty excused by a self-serving performance of concern for an alleged victim. Now, I'll have more of the family's statement very shortly, so stay tuned. Christina Formella did not go into court through the front doors as she usually does today. She somehow was able to enter through the back. And she left the same way as well, without reporters and influencers shouting questions at her. I want to bring in TikToker Abby Blabby. She's been attending all of Christina Formella's court appearances, and she attended the one today. So, Abby, I know this was pretty brief, so bring me up to speed on what happened, because I know that the media has been staking out the courthouse every time Christina Formella appears, and she arrives with her husband. They hold hands, but today they kind of faked everybody out a little bit.
They did, yeah. You know, usually they park in the back parking lot, and there's this big, long walk into the courthouse, and media is out front and everything. But this time, I think they went through the back door to avoid everybody, which is interesting because security is at the front. And I was told that the main entrance is the only entrance into that courthouse. There were people there at 7:55 in the morning, and the doors open at 8. And they said, we never saw her or Michael walk in. So that leads me to believe that somehow they were able to get in through the back door.
Interesting. So it appears to you that they made arrangements ahead of time to get Christina into the courthouse so she wouldn't have to walk past the media.
Yes.
And the media is very interested in this case. I mean, she's obviously an attractive woman, accused of some really, heinous things with a teenage boy. So talk to me a little bit about what happened in court today.
Really nothing. They just set another court date. They said they were still going through discovery, and that was that. It took probably 30 seconds, if that.
Wow. So it was very, very fast. Was her husband with her today?
Oh, yeah. And when they came out of the courthouse through the back door and I saw them crossing the road, they were holding hands, which surprised me because honestly, I thought that they had only done that as like a show, you know, but they were genuinely holding hands and walking together.
You've been covering the case. You go there. You have yelled questions at Christina Formella. She never answers you, obviously.
No.
But you're talking about how you thought they were just doing this for show. Her husband showing up and holding her hand. It sounds like he's standing by her. And so, what have you seen as far as that goes inside the courtroom? I know you've kind of witnessed them huddling together and things of that nature.
Yeah, and it was very much the same way today. Outside of the courtroom, both sides of the family were standing together. The dads were walking together. The moms were together. They very much seem to genuinely support her. I mean, obviously her own family does, but I think the Formella family truly supports her as well.
So they are presenting a united front in this.
Yes.
Both sides. You're saying Abby's parents, Michael's parents, and Michael obviously is there with his wife.
Right. Yeah, which obviously I don't understand at all. I have a son. If somebody did this to my son as a mother, I don't see how I could ever support that person, meaning like Christina and Michael. So if I was Michael's mother, I wouldn't be able to support her.
So Christina has pleaded not guilty. She has said that she is innocent. And since this case started, you know, at the very beginning, she acted like this boy, the victim, the accuser, would not leave her alone. She characterized him as a stalker, things of that nature. The police then came out. She was indicted, I should say. The grand jury indicted her. So the prosecutor presented a case to the grand jury where she was indicted on a slew of new charges. And there were a lot of really disturbing allegations that came out, disturbing details. And while we can try to keep this a little PG-13, you know, when we talk about this, we learned a whole lot more about what was going on, according to the prosecutor, with Christina Formella and this boy. You know, when she was first arrested, they said, oh, this happened one time. It happened one time in the classroom, you know, on such and such a date, and that was it. But it appeared that it happened a whole heck of a lot more than one time, according to the prosecutor.
Yeah, over the course of about 2 years, the prosecutor said they found evidence in the cell phones that suggests it began when he was just 14 years old. She allegedly began grooming him when she was coaching him in soccer. And then it went on for around 2 years after she was married. So for quite a while, yeah. And I think they said, 55 times. Around 50 times, at least that they know about. I mean, there's probably more times that, you know, they didn't discuss over text message or whatever. So it was probably more than that, even, allegedly.
It's my understanding they also found a trove of text messages, messages between the two, where Christina Formella was talking about how she wasn't going to even stay with her husband. Like, it sounds like she, according to the prosecutor, was possibly going to leave her husband, Michael, for this boy.
Yeah, and she even talked about that in her memoir. She references them being together after she got married and after the boy graduated from high school. And then the prosecutor says they found text messages in her phone where she says she was going to go through with the sham wedding and then get millions of his money or his family's money. And then she and this boy would ultimately be together and live with that money.
So what's interesting to me is the fact that all of this has been stated in open court, that she allegedly, Christina Formella, had this plan, and yet the family is presenting this united front. So
I know
That is an interesting kind of dynamic to me. So do you have any insight into that, since I know you're not like hanging out with them,
Right.
but you are in court witnessing all of this?
Yeah, it honestly just completely baffles me. Like I said, I have a son. He's obviously not as old as Michael, and he's not married. He's a teenager. But just as a mother thinking about it, if somebody were to do this to my son, I would never be able to support that person. And not just Michael's mother, but Michael's father, Randy. He's at all of these court hearings. He seems to support her. He's given me some pretty mean looks when we've seen each other. I just don't understand it at all.
Are you getting any sense of what the defense in this case might be? I mean, we know that Christina Formella told the cops, according to the first petition for detention, which was denied, that, people try to get her in trouble because she's pretty and things like that. So that, I don't think that's going to work in front of a jury.
Right.
So a jury will see, if this goes to trial, Christina Formella's interview with police. So are you getting any inkling as to what the defense, where they might be going with this?
Honestly, I don't have a clue. Like you said, when it was believed to be an isolated event, and she was saying that the victim had stolen her phone and put her password in and sent the text messages to himself, pretending to be her, that was kind of believable, definitely possible. But now that they found around 2 years, they said hundreds, if not thousands of text messages, videos, photos, all kinds of stuff. Even when she was apparently in Italy getting married, you can't fake that. At least I can't think of any way that somebody could fake that and still say, well, that wasn't me. I didn't do it. So from a defense standpoint, I have no idea what their plan is. Mm-hmm. It sounds like the prosecution has a mound of evidence.
So her defense team obviously is still going through this mountain of evidence that's been turned over to them, and they may still be receiving the evidence. Yeah. I'm kind of wondering, Abby, what it has intrigued you so much about this case, because you travel to the courthouse every time there's an appearance.
Yeah, what intrigues me so much about the case is the psychology behind it. This woman seemed to have everything. I mean, she's beautiful. I mean, she was correct when she said that. She's very pretty. She had this college sweetheart who was also very attractive. They're both educated. Christina has a master's degree, good job, good home, good, loving, supportive families, tons of friends, money. So it's kind of like, when you have so much, why, what else are you looking for? What are you missing from your life that made you do this? Cheating is one thing if it's with another adult, but a child, I don't understand it. It's the psychology.
It'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. When's the next court date?
October 14th. And I will be there at that one as well.
We know you will, and you'll probably be at the back door this time.
In the back door, yep.
Yeah. Abby Blabby, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, I told you that I would have more of the statement from Christina and Michael Formella's families. They say she is not being covered. They say she is being hunted by creators. The statement says, as one respected publication recently reported, Christina has been splintered into internet caricatures, predator, unfaithful wife, hypocrite, by creators churning out dozens of videos a month and racking up millions of views. The goal is not truth, it's virality. Now trolls have turned on Christina's friends, stalking them over pregnancies, publishing the address of a wedding she was invited to, and encouraging strangers to show up or targeting them simply for refusing to denounce her. The intent is clear: public pressure, social shaming, and isolation by mob demand, a coordinated campaign of bullying that has nothing to do with justice. We are not asking for sympathy. We are asking for fairness. We are asking you to respect due process. Like any person accused of a crime, Christina is presumed innocent, and her case will be decided in a courtroom, not on a social media platform. Reckless speculation, misinformation, and theatrical coverage do nothing to serve justice and set hard-won respect for women back decades. So that is the rest of the statement from the families of Michael and Christina Formella. She will be back in court in October. And that's it for this episode of Crime Fix. I'm Angenette Levy. Thanks so much for being with me. I'll see you back here next time.